The challenge here is not to isolate anybody. It's not to discriminate against anybody. It's not to make anybody unsafe. It's actually to ensure that our schools are as inclusive and respectful and safe as they can possibly be.
Tonight, a warning from the White House to the nation's public schools. Provide accommodations for transgender students or lose federal funding. The warning came in the form of a letter to every school in the district in the country.
One of those accommodations includes allowing them to use the bathroom of their choice. Tonight, education officials around the nation are responding.
Well, in Texas, he can keep his 30 pieces of silver. We will not yield to blackmail from the President of the United States.
The question is, what are schools in Utah going to do? News specialist Mike Anderson's been talking to state education administrators. Mike, what are they saying?
Well, Dave, there's not any one specific answer at this point because the State Board of Education wants to let each district decide on their own. But according to the guidelines, there would still be a separate women's and men's bathroom in each school, but the students should be allowed to choose which one they use.
Public schools should not allow discrimination of any kind, according to a letter issued by the U.S. Departments of Justice and Education today.
Oh, no, not again. Another federal mandate on the state of Utah.
But it's a measure that is already drawing ire from some state leaders.
While it's important to look after the rights of the minority, it's also important to look after the rights of the majority. And our children having a safe place to go use the bathroom and to take showers after gym class is of utmost concern to us.
And because it deals with bathroom access for transgendered students, it's creating controversy. The letter, sent to school districts nationwide, asserts that Title IX regulations prohibit sex discrimination and that schools must treat students consistent with their gender identity.
It does appear to be another example of federal overreach into state domain. An executive order mandating to the states what they would do. This should be a local control issue here in the states.
The directive does not affect sororities or fraternities, but when it comes to sports, it says schools must allow access to teams and locker rooms consistent with their gender identity. All these changes taking place when students assert those preferences in a letter. In a written statement, the Utah Board of Education says it does not intend to provide specific directions to the districts, encouraging them to put safety and security first.
And several school districts I talked to today said that they are not ready to respond to this. Many of them intend to dive into some serious discussion on this starting Monday. Dave?
Now, Mike, this was in your story. As we take it one step further, let's say a transgender boy wants to play on the girls' basketball team. According to that White House letter, which both of us have read, the school must allow it or risk losing federal money?
Yeah, as soon as that student puts it in a letter, their preference, and the district should abide by that.
We are certainly going to hear a lot more on this, including more coming up at 6:30. Mike Anderson live for us tonight. Deanie?
Here's another big education issue.